Welcome to another discussion on branding your communication. Branding your communication. You might ask, why is it required to brand your communication? I might ask you, outside the school uniform, would you like to wear the same dress that everybody else in the town is wearing? Would you like to wear the same dress as everybody else in the town is wearing? Would you like to eat the same food that everybody else is having, except when you're in a party? Would you like to give the same answer? Would you like to write the same first line? Suppose you have to write an essay on patriotism. This is for the young boys and girls, or for the adults. Suppose you have to write the first line on, this is the way I think. Would you like those lines to be same? 100 people writing that essay, 100 people writing that diary, and all 100 people have the same first line written. That's improbable, impossible, because communication and thoughts are relative with respect to the environment, the time, the place, the period, the happenings to be, the happenings that have been. Otherwise, it's going to be a kiddish exercise of you trying to recite a poem, and you recite it like a poem. Obviously, the poem will have the first line coming first and the second line coming second. I'm kidding. So I don't think I have to sell or impress on your mind or pursue with you the fact that all of us necessarily need to distinguish our communication. It'll serve two purposes. One, not so vital, but intrinsic. One, not so vital. I admit before I make a statement on this. Not so vital, but intrinsic. Let me put you a teaser. Somebody asked a question. Believe it or not, an innocuous looking delivery on a cricketing pitch is equally capable of getting a wicket as a nasty one. The ball that is tagged nasty sometimes may not get the wicket. It might get the batsman's head, but may not get the wicket. But an innocuous looking delivery might still be able to get you a wicket. So the question looks very simple. It's humble too. And how gravitating humble people are. How gravitating are they? So this is a humble question and humble poser. And it goes like this. When does the sun rise? Okay, I mean, I'm just trying to be, taking a detour in my mind. If this question had been asked to a lady, when does the sun rise? She said, no, he rises very late in the day. So I wanted to correct. S-U-N, sun. When does the sun rise? A very innocuous question, isn't it? And the answer is, it rises in my town, which is on the leeward side. It rises around 6:15 these days. Yeah, 6:15 more or less a.m. Now it becomes a very difficult, very taciturn issue. When I say, when does the sun rise for you? When it rises, when I somehow manage to open my eyes and see the light of the sun. And when I open the eyes, then I decide. There are people who say, my world has gone blank, my world has become dark, because that was the time he had closed his eyes. He closed his eyes, or he closed his eyes to all possibilities. That was the time the world went dark. So intrinsic, unavoidable, is the quotient of me. The quotient of me. Me, my eyes, my vision, my ideas, my thoughts, my lifestyle. Whether I rise the sun, whether I wake up the sun, or the sun wakes me up, or the mother wakes me up, or the honking of the school bus wakes me up. Maybe we are not going to be Mr. Bean, etc., who can manage everything while driving the car, trying to meet his dentist. Me is the intrinsic element of our living. And howsoever you try, this will not vanish. You see, one of the biggest challenges, it is there, but you have to be a good horse rider. Definitely a man sitting on a donkey and a man sitting on the horse, the man sitting on a horse has a much better chance to be Arnold 007, etc., etc. The man sitting on a donkey, I don't know which glorious path he's going to still take and which glorious destination he's going to reach. But they are colorful, extremist pictures for our mental game, for our mental discretion. Very colorful, very picturesque, very poignant, very intense, very communicative. A man sitting on a donkey and a man sitting on a horse. But if you ever think you are sitting on a horse, the me, then you will have to be a good rider. It's the horse which will take you somewhere. It's the horse. That me is a combination of your aspirations, your motivations, your philosophy, your tie-up with the Almighty, your commitment to your beloved, your proximity with your dear ones, your philanthropic initiative, your intellectual philanthropy, your financial philanthropy. That's a horse you're riding. In the context of branding your communication, that horse is your ownership. It's also your liability. It's your ownership. You'll have to own that. It's your possession. You're possessed by that. But it's also your liability. If it is an asset, it must grow. And one of the means we are talking about when we are looking at branding your communication is, can we have a clear-cut path where you travel? Or you want to see a crowded place? You want to be driving into a crowded place. You want to sing in a fish market. You want to sing in a fish market. Or you want to sing in a well-tuned, well-toned, well-rehearsed orchestra. So, the stream that we are trying to lay for your branded communication is that you might like to pursue with me, saying that why don't we talk about communication? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're already into it. We are already into it. Because we are talking very precise. We are talking something which is printable. You can stamp, print, sign, distribute copies. That's the branded communication. That's akin to being a branded communication. Everything is on the wraps. Everything well packaged, well colored, well designed, well named, well titled, well associated, well distributed. I is the intrinsic part of that system. The sun does not wake me up. Howsoever mighty that is, howsoever mighty it is, it doesn't wake me up. It's part of honesty. It's part of honest admission, honest living. And that will save you from many troubles. That honesty. Otherwise, you do cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste. As a school teacher, many times we have a very funny situation that somebody has produced a classy essay and I want to acknowledge it, and then, oh, lo and behold, I see 10 other essays. It's just downloading, downloading, downloading. Who has done the uploading? Who has done the uploading? Are you far, far deep and back in the queue of those uploaders? So you're paying a compliment to the writer, the uploader, by downloading his material. So if at all, this kind of a common pool of thoughts and ideas and events and knowledges and the forced virtues will not ever work for your branded communication. So the horse is already in the picture and you're the horse rider. The horse is in the picture, you're the horse rider. We'll decide the speed, the track, once we decide upon the destination. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, may I sign off for this episode. Thank you very much for being here.